exciting. It's exciting. Lots of people.
Maybe I'm a bird following the seasons. This is what I've learned. Different for a reason. Kept the engine on, never stayed too long. I'm alright, I don't mind being restless. Something.
So here we are at the, what's the end of the BMW PGA at Wentworth. It's been a good old day. It's been Matt's first tournament.
No longer
ever.
a virgin.
No longer a virgin.
42, no longer a virgin.
What do you think? Come on,
Yeah.
give me the lowdown. What did you think? Well, so we got it quite early. We got up early and we went straight to the range, didn't we? Right, now we're going off to the driving range. Well, the practice area where, look at the size of this chap. There's some big machinery at these events, I can tell you. All sorts of big cranes. Here we go. This is the practice fairway. These are the normal bays, which you would find if you came to play Wentworth. Very nice indeed. And then over here we got the flags. And that's where they're going to be hitting their shots from. Let's see if we can sneak over there and see the kind of turf damage that we could get. Here we go. Selfie zone. You can queue up and get your selfies there. Here's the practice fairway. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the state of this turf. Absolutely chewed up. Well chewed up. Here's some of the divots. That needs some serious work. This is what a tour practice fairway looks like. Look at this. Couple in the Championship Players Lounges. Can you see the height of this netting around here? There's no one getting over that. That's huge. At 250 yards, that's probably 100 feet high. Very serious. Very serious. Got some clubs, Matt?
Clubs in the boot.
Right. Quick 9. So it's always nice for the tour boys. Nice free stuff. Anything you like. Free bananas, free water, free Voss bottles. You want one, Matt?
Yeah, cheers.
There you go, mate.
Thanks.
Cool, sweet, easy. We've made it. Okay, so we finished. We've done our warm-up. We've done our work on the driving range with our coaches, making sure every last little digit. And we're going to walk along here. And then we're going to do a few last putts on the putting green. Walk across this area here. No, obviously nobody's allowed here but us players. Oh, and these two guys. We're going to walk down here. This is all nicely roped off so we don't get any riff-raff interfering with our routine. We're going to head under here.
2:32 time, sir.
That's correct.
Carter-Smith, sir.
Yes, come on in. Thank you very much, sir. And I'm going to come down through here. Onto the putting green and do our last putts before we head over to the first tee and top shank it back onto the range. We've got some sneaky parking, which was good.
Oh, what result?
I don't know how.
Straight in.
I don't know how that worked out, but we seem to have parked basically in the players' car park. I don't know how, but you know, we've got a badge. Well, we don't have a badge.
I will be expecting that next year as well.
Yeah, it's an amazing parking space. So we walked straight in and went to the range, and we saw, who did we see straight away? Shane Lowry and a few of the boys ripping it. What did you think of that? They hit it good, don't they?
They hit it well, yeah. What I was surprised by was that hitting it so far with such a little effort. They were just chipping it out there, but when I said they was chipping it out there, they're absolutely caning it. 8 irons, 160, 170, and it looks like they're just chipping it, but it's straight every single time.
Yeah. I think the thing is, you see it go out, don't you? And you think, oh, that's gone about 120, but it's going about 170. You know, it's going a good distance.
It was just minimal effort.
Lots of control.
And I have to say, it makes me question quite what I'm doing. If that's what the boys are doing, then all of a sudden, while I'm going up to the range, I'm going to be more focused on jumping all over it, slowing it down a bit, and actually just trying to get a bit better contact. Because none of them were going after anything, and even around the course. Yeah. As I said, it's,
well, basically, if you are falling over while you're hitting the golf ball in any way, you're doing it wrong. So if you see these guys, they never ever lose their balance, you know, unless they're kind of half in a bunker or something. Yeah, I think the main thing to learn from watching certainly those guys is they never lose their balance ever. If you lose your balance, you know, you're swinging too fast or you're swinging not right. So always hold your finish. Just try and hold your finish for 3 seconds, and if you can, slow up.
They all seem very relaxed with the irons, but watching them on the tees, we walk the course, and watching them on the tee when they're hitting drivers, they are really going after it, but they're still in balance. But so they're not laying back on their drivers. These boys are going right after it. But with their irons, it just seems so controlled, so easy. It's completely different.
But you do see a lot of suspect shots out there, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Like we saw iron after iron after iron off the tee that was really a little bit skanky, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's sort of a load of boys hitting long irons, and they were just horrid, weren't they?
Yeah, they were sort of pretty straight, but not pure and struck, you know. And these are the best guys in the world, so yeah, there's quite a lot not pure. Just saw a lot of like missed putts, but then also we saw some great shots, you know. I thought Willett's shot into the last was class, and it's good, amazing thing. Anything else? What, the walk, was it a big walk, or did you enjoy the walk, enjoy the course?
I mean, it's beautiful, yeah.
Right, here we go. This is the first. If you look back up there, there's the iconic clubhouse, and you've got the first stands. This is where they hit it. Now, amazingly, back in the day, you know, Montgomery, Seve and those guys, they would hit it to about this area, and this is 250 here. There's a 250 mark, and you've got that bunker over there that you can. A few of the guys were going in there today, and what a great hole from here it is. So they've hit it about 250. So they've hit it about 280 or 290 to get to here. But Thomas Peters, we saw today, John Rahm and a few of those guys hit it onto the upslope down there, which is about 150 yards from here, and they flicked it in with a wedge or a sand iron because it gets to the side of the slope and it goes down. I wonder, makes you wonder, doesn't it, if the pros use softer golf balls and they hit it to here like they used to. I mean, what a great hole this would be into there. It'd be fantastic, like it used to be. You know, and we had the persimmon clubs and Bellata balls. Now, I don't like technology going in reverse, you know. Obviously, that's no good for anyone. But what a great hole that was. And the trouble is, you can't really go back 60 yards because you'll be in a clubhouse. So what do? And they can't move the green back. They can't take the green back 60 yards. So now we're just stuck with, hopefully, it's into the wind. Because then if it's into the wind, 475, it's still a solid shot, you know. A solid couple of shots anyway. So what do we do? What do we do about the game? I don't know. I think, comment down below, what do you think that should happen with today's game? There's a few suggestions. We could have slightly softer balls for the tour guys, or do they just make more bunkers so it makes them hit irons off the tees? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think is a good idea? Or do you think it's just a good idea just to make much longer golf courses and stop playing these golf courses, these old courses that we've been playing for 100 years? Don't know. What is the way around it? You tell me. So comment down below what you reckon is the best thing to do. Just let them hit it longer and longer and longer and make golf courses bigger and bigger. Or maybe they use a softer compression ball so they don't hit it quite so far. Then we can all play with normal compression balls. A little bit like if you've ever played squash. You know, the squash guys, they play with different compression balls depending on what standard you're at. Anyway, let me know. Comments down below. Yeah,
I mean, what a lovely course to be a member of. I'm quite surprised by quite what they've got going on here. There's some huge units. I mean, BMW have taken over the whole place. there's a lot going on.
It's massive, yeah. It's huge. It
I
must
would-
take them like 3 weeks to pack this stuff away.
It's like a whole village. And I am surprised by that. It's massive.
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've got concerts. Who was it? Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie's
Yeah.
going to be playing in a minute, so we'll have a little piece of that. That was all in with the ticket price.
And a
which is
beer.
good. And a beer. We'll get a beer. I want a gin and tonic. That's what
Nice.
I'm getting.
Uh,
Stenson, Rory. That was a good little two-ball, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
they're a great tournament. There's just waves of people following Rory, following
yeah.
Stenson. But then once they've gone, you stand there, you watch Rory come through,
Yeah.
and within 40 seconds, a wave of people is through, and there's no one around following anyone else.
I think the best thing about having Rory or Tiger in a tournament is they take all the crowds. So you can sit back and watch some of the best players in the world, top 50 players, and there's no one watching them. I mean, we watched even Molinari, and there was very few people watching him.
Yeah.
We saw, look at all the quality players that we saw that were, really hitting great shots all over the place. You could just walk around with them. Nobody. There was probably 100 people watching, out of however many thousand were here, probably 20,000, I don't know.
And this is the last day.
Yeah, the last day.
I mean, I've not been to anything else as said, but
Yeah.
I would wonder whether it's like that on the other days, whether it just is everyone's following following Rory or Tiger, and then the rest is quiet. Is that standard? Or?
Yeah, I think everybody just wants to see a glimpse of Rory or a Tiger, and I think that is, I think there are bigger players in different events, but certainly for this event, you've got obviously Stenson, who's a big gun, and there are a few big guns there, but generally speaking, they want to see Rory, don't they?
I mean, we didn't really get a good turn. We saw him off a couple of tees, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it was hard getting in there to see him on the fairway.
Yeah, we saw him on the range a little bit, didn't we? That was quite. I mean, that's
The range
what I
was
would.
full, wasn't it?
That's what I'd recommend to most people. They come to one of these events, get straight to the range, then you see, you can see Rory hit 20 drivers, whereas obviously he's only going to hit about 7 out on the golf course. And if you're lucky enough to see them, that's another thing. So just get to the range, see them hit their balls, and you can relax a bit, can't you?
Yeah.
If you're. What
Freebies, yeah, go on, we'll have one.
Look at this lovely man.
Thanks very much. What we've got is,
There you go.
what?
Oh,
Little
nice.
jacket.
Cool.
I'll have a jacket. Thanks very much.
Got a nice jacket from
BMW.
a bloke there,
Thank
BMW
you.
jacket. That's the cheapest thing we've got all day. Yeah, if you're coming here, the drinks are fairly pricey, which you'd expect. How much was that, Matt?
But we did get a free jacket.
We got a free jacket.
We got 2 small bottles of red wine for £13.
Yeah, £13.
Wine was okay, but yeah, a little expensive.
We did have a very nice fish and chips for lunch. That was nice, wasn't it? That was a tenner.
Hang on, who bought the coffees? I bought the coffees on the way up, didn't I?
No,
Oh,
I
you
did.
did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, all right, fair enough.
If you ever see Nick Doherty and the guys in the Sky Cart, this is where it takes place, right in front of the putting green. And you can see here, this is the Wentworth's normal putting green, but it's kind of well used and good, beautiful surface. The greens are great, obviously fantastic greens, great area to putt on. Very nice. And you've got the first tee over there. So if you hit a bit of a ropey one off the first, you could kill somebody on the putting green quite easily. It did rain, we had a bit of rain.
Oh yeah, so brought
bit
all the
of
wet
rain.
weather gear, didn't I? Stu's like, nah, be fine. There's loads of cover at Wentworth,
Loads of
loads
shelter.
of trees. I went, honestly, the car is like 50 yards away from the entrance. That's how close we parked. I've got 2 coats in there, bottoms and an umbrella. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You're loads of cover.
We
And
got
about
soaked.
25 minutes later, absolutely soaked.
Soaked.
So whatever you do, if you're out with
Couldn't believe you didn't bring it. Couldn't believe you didn't bring it.
don't listen to him.
I reckon
Do your
these-
own thing. Don't trust him.
Make nice earrings, wouldn't they?
Today it's a bit late.
If anybody
now.
wants this, comment down below. I doubt if you do, but apparently it's a Rain Mac. I don't know.
Ray Matt.
So that's good. So we're going to check out a little bit of the old concert. Would you come to another one?
Yes, I would. Yeah, and I think if it was like this again on the final day, I would come to the final day because it was enjoyable, it was chilled out.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of huge crowds, but it wasn't too bad today. We sort of avoided a lot of it, I thought.
Wasn't too bad, no. And to be honest, I quite liked the celebrity pro-ams because you get to see other kind of celebrities, and the guys are a little bit more chilled out. To be honest, the
On the
players are
pro-ams,
just kind of
right.
messing around and doing selfies and signing autographs. So that's quite a good day to come.
And I
But
might do the practice day.
practice
I
days
guess
is good
that's the
fun
other
as
one.
well. Yeah, because they hit 5 or 6 shots into some greens and you see it all. Good then. Well, we better come back next year then.
If you're paying.
If I'm paying again, obviously. Need a few more subs.
So sign
Right.
off from me.
Yeah, sign off for me as well, and see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Want a bottle of Voss, mate? Yeah.
Thanks so much.